going on, my Jets family? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. As you can see, I got a really, really special guest today. I'm so excited and honored to be having Jets edge rusher Bryce Huff joining me back here again on the show. How's it going, Bryce?
How's it going? Good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm so excited to have you on. This is really, really awesome. We got to talk, just the other year, back when you were going into your second year. So this is really awesome. I'm really, really glad to have you back on, man.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Definitely, yes. We're gonna get right into it. Those of you can, if you haven't, if you could please subscribe to the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, Mr. Bryce, you're going to be going into your third year now, which is a big deal. My question for you is there anything that you've changed going into this third year? Like maybe something you do different, maybe you approach the off season different, or maybe anything that you change that you do?
I didn't necessarily change anything. I just kind of refined my routine going into this off season, just honing in on my nutrition, conditioning, things like that, and just making everything I did last year a little bit better.
Nice. That's all. That sounds awesome. And to go right off of that, Robert Saleh was actually saying that last year, especially when the Jets got into OTAs, he was saying that you were one of the players that he felt completely had remade and retransformed their whole body. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about how you did that and the change that it made for you as a football player and an edge rusher?
Definitely. So last year when Coach Solid and the whole staff got here, the strength staff was a big part of uh, my off season. I stayed here throughout the summer and trained with them, uh, and just did everything they had me doing. I kind of treated my body like a science experiment in the sense that I kept everything the same, like every day. Anything that I added or took away from my routine, I would know how it affected my body, and so I could really kind of refine the things that I was doing, and I just kind of saw what worked best for me, and then I just stuck to what was working best and just stayed consistent. So that really contributed to my body changing the way it did.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, we're Jet fans. We're all really excited to see what you're going to be bringing this year. Uh, what could you tell us about the newcomers in the edge room? Like, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about your impressions of Jermaine Johnson and Michael Clemens, and also the veteran Josh Martin.
It's Jake, my guy Jake. He's a vet from Houston. He's a really good pass rusher, great effort player. He knows the game well. You know, Jermaine and Mike, those are both dogs. They got their specific rush styles and their playing styles. Uh, Jermaine, yeah, both of them are dogs. They're both really good effort players. Got great first steps, explosive, everything you could want in edge defenders. So I'm looking forward to playing with these guys this year.
Yeah, that's my bad. We had a guy named Josh Martin in the past. It's Jacob Martin, and I'm so excited to have him, man. Especially all you guys, really, really awesome. What have been your early impressions of Sauce Gardner?
Sauce is a dog. He's a young bull, confident in himself. He's talented as ever. Lockdown corner. I'm looking forward to having him on the back end this year, locking things down so we can get to the quarterback.
Nice, man, nice. And Chet fans were so excited, when we brought him in.
Yeah.
Uh, So Robert Saleh praised you during the offseason, through some interviews as well, talking about your ability to win the one-on-one specifically. Is there like a certain mentality or maybe like a thought you tell yourself or something that gives you that ability to win when you match up one-on-one with those offensive linemen?
It really just starts with the get off. Um, for me, is watching the ball. If we got a drop on the cadence, then just being aware of the cadence and mannerisms and things like that. And then when it comes to the one on ones, a lot of it's reactionary for me. But besides that, I'm really playing to the O line's tendencies, whether it's a overset or he shoots his hands early or heavy outside hand, heavy inside hand, things like that that I can be aware of and take advantage of. So those are things that help me with those one on ones for the most part.
Nice. Awesome, man. Awesome. And then last question I was going to ask you, if you had to, send a message to Jet fans, what would you tell them they can expect from you going into this 2022 season?
Really just a dominant edge defender, a dominant ball player. I'm looking to continue to work in my craft continue to develop my body to get to the point where I know I can just dominate games. So going into this season, I'm looking to really play to my potential and really just have the best year of my career so far.
I want to thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate, you taking the time. I know you said, you're just at the facility, you're working hard. Jet fans know it, they see it and the work you're putting in. And we really, really appreciate you, man. Love the work you're doing. So I want to thank you again for being here. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, man. My absolute pleasure. So again, if you guys can, if you could please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, that'd be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. Hope you enjoyed this interview with the awesome edge rusher, Bryce Huff. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, have a great, great rest of your day. Take care, and let's go Jets.